Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in and coming online with us with the Bennington Performing Arts Center, the Bennington Community Theater's last installment of our online virtual staged reading series. This has been so much fun. We've been doing it since February. We're overwhelmed with how many people have signed up and registered to enjoy theater as we can do it in this day of online entertainment. We are very excited to know that we are rounding the curve. This is the last of the online series, and hopefully the next time you see Bennington Community Theater, it will be as an audience in a space, and the actors will be hitting the boards. So we're all very excited to come around that curve, and thank everyone for supporting us during this very unusual year in the performing arts. Tonight we have our last two plays, Grammatically Speaking and The Good Uncle, which we'll get to in just a moment. I'd like to just say we have a lot of stuff going on for the remainder of the month, and a lot of it is online. But live and in person, we are opening our doors this weekend. You'll see us out and about on Saturday preparing the space. So if you happen to be downtown, come on by, stop by, and say hello from a distance behind a mask. And we'll be happy to talk to you more about any questions or any ways that you can become involved in Bennington Performing Arts Center. We are making preparations for Old Castle season that will begin July 9th. So keep your ears open for our season announcement coming up. We have Story Night, which is coming up on the 20th, Tuesday the 20th. The theme is treasures. That will be probably the last online one. I don't know. Hopefully we'll be in-house for the next one. You can go to our website and get a ticket for that. We're also really super excited about a fundraiser that we're doing in conjunction with Project Against Violent Encounters, PAVE. It is an online play reading, and it is performed by Sharon Lawrence of Desperate Housewives and YPD Blue, I believe, and she is performing a one-woman play that she had prepared to do, and then COVID hit, so they filmed it, and it is based on the life of Catherine, or the experiences of Catherine Graham, who was the editor-in-chief at the Washington Post. It is a really good film. We are excited to present it as co-host as a way to bring performing arts and social commentary to the public through community engagement. And we're very excited to have Sharon and the creative team that will be joining the other members of the panel after the show for post-show. So you can go to our website, and if you like online reading series, here is a great way to see an amazing performance by Sharon on this piece of importance. So I hope that you all join us. A big round and thanks for everyone in BCT and everyone who has contributed their hard work and volunteer for this play reading series. And so sit back, enjoy, and let us begin. Thank you so much.
What in God's name are you doing?
What does it look like?
It's 4 a.m.
I woke up and I had an idea about how to combine.
Well, I woke up and you weren't there.
I'm sorry, I was trying to be quiet.
Beautiful night. You can see the lights on Cat Island. So, Tom, how was your weekend? Oh, well, I visited my boyfriend at his new cottage, or should I say his old cottage. Nothing new for Edward Whitman. But what did you do? Well, he wrote in his family book in the wee hours of the morning, and I watched him. Well, did you have a good time? Oh, yeah. Except for when he made me act out his ancestors' Scottish clan greetings, or when he forgot I was there because he was immersed in the Battle of Culloden and all those Whitman men who fought in it. Or when he wouldn't come to bed because of all those Whitman men. He'd rather live in 1746 than in 1958. Much more pleasant.
Okay, there. I'm done with this section. You won't see it again.
Oh, if I see you again, I'm going to see it again.
So sad you're jealous over dead people.
And so sad you're spending your time with them.
Touche. I love that Cat Island is right there. We could almost swim to it.
You remember camping there as kids? We're always going to buy it.
After all the camping we did in the war, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, but you can't stay out here much longer. September's almost here.
I know. Mother keeps begging me every day to come back home.
You could get your own place. Your mother has your sister, and Amy comes by every day to cook and clean. I don't know why you.
Oh, God, now I'm tired. Why do I do this to myself?
Yeah, why do you?
The summer's been good.
Yeah, the summer's been better than nothing.
What do you mean, better than nothing?
You're not the one parking your car out of sight and leaving most days before dawn.
I know, but what choice do we have?
There's always a choice.
I bought this place for us. It's beautiful, and no one comes down this road, and if they did, we'd hear them, and
Things could be different.
let's not do this again. Let's go to bed. Come on.
No, I'm awake now. Going to stay up and watch the sunrise. Have a drink, if you have any left.
You know we're facing the lake, right? West.
Funny,
You remember Jackie Downs?
of course.
So how the hell can you say things could be different? You saw what happened to him,
Yes.
and we did nothing.
Oh, no, we did things. Not the right things, but we did things.
We both came back with more than our share of medals.
We both came back alive. Manly soldiers.
Last week, Roger said to me, you don't have to worry about what people think of you. You've got all those medals in the war, and everybody knows that makes you a man. I worry about him. All summer, he's just been at his odds with his father.
That's a mild way to put their relationship. I feel so bad for that kid. Stuck with Fred for a dad, and then to be gay on top of it all. And if Fred ever found out, whoa.
He won't find out. And Fred's not so bad. The war was tough for him. He was so young.
I was there too, remember? I knew Fred in grade school, and he hasn't changed. A bully then, and a bully now.
But he's my brother. He was just a kid when Dad died. It was a war. He couldn't treat the kids in Evie the way he does if he hadn't gotten screwed up in the Pacific.
You and I were in the war, and we're not beating on kids or women.
But if people knew about us,
Yeah?
we would be judged. What we do would be judged far worse than anything Fred's ever done to his kids.
And those people judging us would be wrong.
Would they?
Yes, Eddie. We are who we are. And what have we done to hurt anyone? You beat up any kids or women lately? Ed, you don't even curse to make it worth it. All those Sunday school lessons went straight to your boyish Whitman heart. You know you get like this about every 3 months.
What do you mean?
I mean, like this. All of a sudden you're consumed by your stupid family history. You don't sleep. You don't joke. You hardly talk.
I don't know what you mean.
You When you bought this place, you were as close to being giddy as you've been since you were a kid. I didn't see the book almost all summer, but now it's back.
Look, I like to write. Is that a crime? Sheesh.
Why'd you bring up Jackie? You're doing that more now, too. Bringing up shit.
I don't know. Do you think we could have done something could we have helped Jackie that night?
2 of us against 6 guys, hell-bent to show their righteousness? No.
If Jackie hadn't acted like some crazy effeminate, it might not have happened.
He wasn't acting. It was who he was.
Sometimes I dream about him.
Yeah.
Please, let's go back to bed.
No. Let's talk.
About what?
Something in the future, not the past. Something to look forward to. Maybe
travel. I know. You know, you get on this kick every 3 months too. New York, France. I was thinking we could go to Scotland next summer. I could do some research for the family history.
Oh, no, not Scotland. Anything but Scotland.
Who's there? Who's there?
It's me, Uncle Ed. Can I come in?
What the? Raj, what's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I know. I'm sorry. I just came to ask a favor. I need a ride to Syracuse.
Syracuse? What is in Syracuse?
I've had it. I'm leaving. I need to catch a bus.
Hi, buddy. What's up?
Hi, Tom. Not much. I'm just leaving. I'm leaving.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? You start college next week. You don't have time to take a trip.
Business school, not college. Business school.
I know, but it's better than...
No, it's not. I am so sick of it's better than, and it could be worse, and it's just for now, and you're still young.
What happened? What?
Are you listening to me? Because if you aren't, I'll just leave.
How did you get here?
Rode my bike.
In the dark?
Yeah, what about it? There was a moon.
But what happened? Last time I saw you...
I don't know. I couldn't sleep, and I felt sick to my stomach, and I just can't do this anymore. I won't do this anymore.
Raj, you're still...
Yes, I am young. I'm still young and stupid, but don't you say it, please. Just don't say it.
Did your dad do something?
When is he not doing something? No, not really. Just keeps after me about my plans, how I should forget more school and go in the army, how it made a man of him, how he got screwed when he came back and Mom presented him with me, how nobody should have to get married, how now he's even more screwed because there's Johnny and Amanda, how Amanda has more guts than either of us boys, how Mom's a slut. He even went off on you.
He went off on Ed? Bastard.
Yeah, Ed's a mommy's boy and making all that money in the insurance business, and he's owed some of that, and how Grandma thinks Ed's shit doesn't stink. Huh. Yeah, he's in great form.
Where is your mom?
Mom? You mean Evie? That's what I'm calling her now. Evie was out with Sue. She came home late. I had to stay up so Amanda and Johnny would be okay if there was trouble. I can't do this anymore.
Okay, calm down. Do you want some coffee? Sit down. I'll get you something. You want some fruit, toast?
Just coffee.
We need to
Just coffee.
think this through. You don't want to go off half-cocked.
I am not half-cocked. I'm just queer. I'm queer. You making a joke, Unc?
Hey, enough. You've got a right to be upset, but you have to watch what you say.
Like what I say will make a difference? Will it change who I am? Will it?
Like what you say will get you in more trouble than you think.
That's why I need to leave.
Let's just be calm a minute. Take it easy. Think. How about if you move in with me at Grandma's? There's extra bedrooms. It's quiet. Your dad's scared of Grandma enough that you won't come around.
Live with Grandma? Are you kidding?
No.
Grandma doesn't even like me.
Stop. Grandma loves you.
Uncle Ed, I love you, and I know you love me, but you don't see what's right in front of you. Grandma hates being embarrassed. She hates Evie and me. We are not Whitmans. That's important to Grandma. But don't worry, you're not.
Not what?
An embarrassment. You dress right, you only drink Manhattans, you do a good job managing the family business, you take her for a drive on Sunday afternoons, you go with her to the symphony. You're a Whitman. I'm a bastard. My dad admitted to being my dad, but as Grandma always says, you never know.
You're a Whitman too.
No, I'm not. And I don't want to be. You can change your name pretty easy, can't you, Tom? I looked it up in the library.
Yep. I could do the paperwork for you.
What the hell is going on with you? With both of you?
I've got my money saved up from this summer, more money than I've ever had. And while I was lifeguarding at the park, I met some guys. Well, one guy. He's a friend. He was up at his buddy's cottage almost every weekend, and a bunch of them would come to the beach to swim. He's a good swimmer, but he liked going out past the ropes, and I'd have to yell at him. It got to be kind of a joke. We started talking when I was on break. He's like me, like us. And he invited me to visit him in the city. I called him last week and told him what I was thinking about. He said I can stay with him till I get a place of my own and a job. I'm thinking I can work in a restaurant.
You're thinking like every crazy kid that wants to go into New York thinks. You can't live on restaurant wages. A busboy. That's what you'll be. That's humiliating.
Stop calling me a kid. And humiliating? You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
Living here is humiliating. Living a lie is humiliating.
You don't.
Besides, I want to work in the kitchen, not in the dining room.
Dishwasher? A dishwasher?
Eddie, calm down.
Yes, maybe a dishwasher. I don't care. But I've always loved cooking. And I can do it. That will show. Somehow that will show. I'm good in the kitchen.
And business school can help you learn how to manage, maybe even own a restaurant someday. Don't give that up.
You don't understand. I can't do this anymore. I can't stay here any longer. If I don't get out of here, I'll do something to Dad or to me or to someone. I was just hoping you could give me a ride, and I wanted to say goodbye to you too.
I can give you a ride.
Your parents?
I gave Amanda a note to give them, but not till tonight.
Okay, listen. I'll get an apartment in Watertown. You can stay there and go to school. It's safe. And then, in a couple of years, You'll be better prepared.
No,
I'm offering you as much as I can.
I know that. And I can't do that. If I stay, I might become like you, and I love you. I love you. But I don't want to be here in 10 or 20 years, working at a job I don't like, sneaking around to be with the person I love, and spending all my free time writing a stupid family history book that nobody is going to want to read, except maybe grandma. Nobody cares about history.
Whoa.
I care. I care about that history.
You do?
Yes, I do. It's important to me. Our family is important.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know. So look, I'll just walk back to Route 3 and catch a ride. Lots of people on the road, and I'll get a ride. Bye, Tom.
I can take you. I'll take you to Syracuse. Bus station's not that far from work, but let's get a move on.
You sure? Thanks. Thanks. I love you, Uncle Eddie. I'll call when I'm settled. I love you.
What are you doing?
It's just a ride, Eddie. He's going whether he gets a ride or not. Might as well give him a break. I'll call you, honey.
Come on, Boyle. We've got time for one last swim before we board up the windows. Who knows? Maybe we'll make it to Cat Island. I'm feeling exceptionally strong today.
Well, I'm feeling exceptionally lazy. I'll make it to the rocks on the point, climb ashore, and clap when you get there. Or maybe yell endearments to you. Everyone within shouting distance left yesterday or last weekend. They missed a perfect day and we're all alone. Just let it ring.
Hello? Mother? Are you all right? We've had this conversation, Mother. Roger will be okay. No, I think it's best. He and Fred just were never going to get along. Hey, who knows? Roger has some talent. He won that writing award last year, and he's a very good cook. And what? Fred went down there? What? He's there now? No, I did not know that. No, Mother, I think that must be a lie. I said it's not true. You know how Fred is when he's upset. He overreacts. I'm not believing that's the case with Roger. Yes, I know. Yes, it's a perversion. Yes, it's immoral and wrong. Mother, listen. I read something about this recently. A medical journal I was reading. It said that young people often experiment. And yes, they live to regret it and it becomes part of their past. It doesn't really mean anything. It's like that time Fred stole the comics from the drugstore. It's just a phase. He'll grow out of it. No, Mother, I am telling you what I have read. Yes, what I have read. Yes, I understand how you must feel, but maybe Fred is wrong. Maybe he misunderstood. All right, Mother, I wasn't trying to upset you. Yes, Yes, I can come home tonight. I just need to button up a few things here. I'll be home as soon as I can. Yes. No, don't do that. I'll be home soon. Goodbye, Mother.
Stop it. It's okay. It'll be okay.
No,
No. No what?
don't. I can't. Please, just go. I was stupid. Just stupid. I hope the damn kid keeps his mouth shut. Why the hell did Fred go down there? He'll kill him. But you've got to go. I've got to go.
Don't do this, Eddie. You'll regret it. Don't.
It's ruined. The damn kid ruined everything. I worked so hard, tried so hard for this, for us. Just go. You don't need to be a part of this. Go, get out, please.
Ed, take a breath. Maybe this was meant. Maybe it's our chance too.
Our chance? Our chance? We don't have a chance. This changes everything. I can't believe it. My mother and Fred. Stupid kid. What's going to happen to him? Get the hell out of here. Just go. Please, go.
Who the heck put the toilet paper in the toilet paper holder this morning?
Why?
Because whoever did it wrong.
Wrong?
Yes, the roll goes over, not under.
Who cares?
Well, I care. Who did it?
What's your problem?
We've been having this conversation for years. Give it up, Eva. Now that we're living together under the same roof again, we need to get along. I can't hardly believe that you can't just let this toilet paper thing go.
Can hardly.
What?
Can hardly.
And hardly what?
You said you can't hardly believe.
Yeah, so what?
It's called a double negative.
A what?
Well, it's like saying you can't not believe.
Huh?
So it's wrong.
Says who?
Well, says me and every other educated person on the planet.
Here we go again, throwing in our faces the fact that you went to college. Lawrence and I had to stay home and help Mother and Father take care of the farm. We didn't have the option to leave.
Yeah, you abandoned us to go to some highfalutin college.
Utica College is not a highfalutin college. Well, it wasn't back then anyway. And I didn't abandon you. Both of you could have gone off to college too. You had the same opportunity.
That's not true. Who would have helped Mother and Father with the farm if we'd all left? We had no choice. It was up to Ophelia and I.
Ophelia and me.
No, you left. Ophelia and I.
Ophelia and me.
But
The proper grammar is Ophelia and me.
Stop showing off with your fancy grammar and such.
It's not fancy grammar. It's just proper grammar. You should try it sometime.
anyway, how come you got to escape the farm and all the hard work that came with it?
Escape. There is no such word as escape.
My God, you're literally killing us, Eva. This constant correcting has to stop.
Are you dead?
What?
You said I'm literally killing you. Well, you look alive to me. The word is figuratively.
Jeez. Okay, you're figuratively killing us.
You two are driving me crazy. I don't feel good at all.
Well,
Well, what?
you don't feel well.
That's what I said.
You said you don't feel good.
Yeah?
The proper grammar is, I don't feel well.
Now don't you
And I know that one.
start too. I'm gonna go lay down.
You're gonna lie down.
Stop.
That's an easy one to remember. You lay down an object.
You're wasting your breath.
Yes, I suppose I am.
But not to change the subject. Well, yes, to change the subject. Did you hear about Pearl Aurelia?
I haven't seen her around in ages. Did she pass?
I hope not. I liked Pearl. I used to play poker with her brother-in-laws.
It's brothers-in-law.
Regardless, I ran into her grandson yesterday and he told me she has Alzheimer's disease.
Oh no, that's horrible.
She has what?
Alzheimer's disease.
You know where it's where you lose your memories. A horrible disease.
I know what it is. And yes, it is a horrible disease, but it's Alzheimer's disease.
That's what I said.
No, you didn't. You said Alzheimer's with a T. There's no T in Alzheimer's.
Well, however it's pronounced, it's so sad. She was always sharp as a tack. Supposedly, her daughter can't take care of her anymore, and
Supposedly.
crying out loud, Eva. Let me finish a sentence.
I'm sorry, it's just that.
It's just that you need to take a cool pill and stop correcting everyone. It's rude.
What's a cool pill?
I think she means a chill pill, as in chill out.
Yes, that's what I meant. You need to chill out and stop trying to correct every word that comes out of our mouths. I could care less if my grammar is perfect every stinking minute.
You mean you couldn't care less?
That's what I said.
No, you didn't. You said I could care less. That's not saying much. It's saying you could actually care less, when you really mean you could not care any less.
My God, let's nip this in the butt right now. Stop!
Nip it in the bud, not butt.
Stop! I refuse to go any farther with this conversation.
Further.
Ooh! I am going to lay down.
Lie down.
I have specifically asked you to stop correcting us. It's juvenile.
You have specifically asked.
That's enough. I'm out of here. Come on, Lawrence. Let's go play bingo or go to a movie. Anything to get away from her.
All right, all right. I am sorry. Okay? I mean, I just can't help myself sometimes. Go off. Have a good time. But before you go, I have just one question.
What?
Who put the toilet paper in the toilet paper holder?
All right. Yay, I've had to unmute myself. Wow, this was so much fun, you guys. That was great. Great. Everyone, I'm sure, is like clapping in the comments. And we have lots of people. I'd like to say thank you to all of you for your wonderful performances. And I'll go around and have you guys introduce yourself, even though you have your names, to say who you are if you want to change your character names. And so Carlene says, yay, wonderful, everyone. Playwright from last week. So let's go around. So Leslie and Mary Jo, who played Ophelia. And do we have Mike tonight on here? We don't have Mike tonight, who is all in Grammatically Speaking. And then we have the Good Uncle cast. I haven't met any of you personally. So Jacob, John, and Robert. Great job, everybody. And we have Bill and Ann Hoover. And that's what your name is. And is that one of the I'm trying to see where you come into play.
We're the audience.
You're the audience. Okay. So some of you got the audience link in. So thank you so much for joining us in the studio. So
from Pennsylvania.
Oh, from Pennsylvania. Awesome. That's the wonderful thing about virtual performance, is that we can reach outside just Bennington. It's been really, really fun to have people from all over the country be able to join in, perform. We've had a lot of performers from all over, and also come in and enjoy and watch the show. So bravo to both casts, as Paul Shoup says. Yes, bravo to both casts. So what was the experience? So Jacob, was this your first online reading have you done, or have you done some of them over the last year?
I have done one other online reading with the Dorset Players.
Okay.
And working with them connected me through Leslie to you.
Which is how community theater works, right? We can connect many, many communities and all work together. I love the collaboration. And how about John and Robert? Have you guys been doing much of the virtual play reading series? Have you been doing much online over the last year, or was this a first?
I've done a couple of things through the Dorset Players. I was part of the Christmas presentation that was put together, and then I was part of a Valentine's thing.
From the One Acts.
That was put together by Leslie. So I thank her very much.
Yay, Leslie. And how about you, Robert?
No, I actually haven't done any readings. This is my first one. I've done some. I've worked on I'm a technical person, so I'm always on the tech side of things. So I'm always behind the camera, behind the screen. So this is my first reading online. I've been an actor for years, but yeah.
Great. I'm to StreamYard, to studio to Paula. I'm asking Corey to try to get Paula into the studio so we can see her, because right now she's in the audience. So we have two different ways that we are working here with the platform that we're on. So yeah, we absolutely are so happy to have all these people working with BCT that haven't worked. And Donna and Leslie have both directed a few different of the readings. This was not your first time out for this. Did you find, as directors, that it has been easier as you've gone along with each one, like being on camera and off, like directing and being in? Are you getting used to it?
I think every time you do a virtual presentation, you learn something new. And you get a chance to experiment and try things and try to push the envelope just a little bit more. And so I think that as we go along, we're kind of finding new ways to be creative and make the old things that we did a year ago, like maybe look new again. I'm hoping we're getting better. You know, it's like I'm hoping I'm improving every time I do a presentation. You know, that's my hope, is that everybody has fun and that we entertain and make people think, and that we produce something that we can be proud of.
Well, you should all be very proud of tonight. Yes, Donna.
I was just wanting to say that I had the privilege, I'm very new at this, of working with Leslie and Jana, Lily, and I did one by myself, really two technically by myself, but Leslie had a lot of help in there. And the most challenging part of Zoom plays, I think, is to bring out the richness, as much richness as you can that would be in the theater. And I think through talking and working together, we kind of bonded in a way that we were all able to do that. I think that was the beauty that was still there.
I'm finding that a year into virtual connection and Zooming and being that this is actually feeling normal, and I do feel connected and close to everybody virtually. From a year ago, it was very disconnected and very distant, and now we're unmasked. We don't have to mask ourselves in this format, and we can see where you get a glimpse of who you are by what's behind you. And there is a connection, I think, that we've all made virtually, which is a much more rich connection now than it was a year ago. I think that definitely has changed. I think our brains have shifted. So it will be interesting to see what happens when we shift back into being in a live performance. Like, that's going to be a crazy experience to be in an audience, on the stage and as an audience member, right? So I'm waiting to see if Paula can come in and we can talk to her a bit about where the play came from and have people ask questions for the playwrights. Does anyone in the audience have a question for the directors or the cast, or anything to say specifically about the shows? Two very, very different plays, but both very family related, and a disconnect of coming from two very different places, right? So I thought that was interesting that they worked really well as an evening together for me, because they were both family, one very, very light and funny, and the other one with much more, but they're both talking about a break in communication, and where you can't relate to where they are in their life compared to where you are or where you've been and the life that you're living. And we have Leslie. Thank you. You captured what I hoped would come out. That is a wonderful thing to hear from a playwright, I have to say. That's like one of the best compliments you'll ever hear, right? No, because Leslie, did you find your character finding the balance between not being too harsh? I think that and that you weren't just judgmental, like you really added some liveliness and some humor to it that really kind of lightened that character who is the Miss Know-It-All.
I think that was the balance that Donna helped us find between our three characters, was that, that we were annoyed and we were irritated, but we did love each other. We were siblings, and that not, like you say, not being too over the top harsh and kind of thing, and kind of finding that balance, like for her not to be rolled over exactly, to hold her own, but still, be heard, but not be so angry that that's all you heard was anger,
Mm-hmm.
So I think that, and like I say, Donna was wonderful as our director. I think she really helped us find that perfect spot. So Paula's in, but she's in the stream only as audio, so we don't get to see her, but we get to hear her. Hi, Paula.
Hi.
Hi, yay, congratulations.
I'm sorry, I was having so much trouble getting on.
Does anyone have a question for Paula the playwright for Grammatically Speaking?
Did this come from a personal experience?
That was my question.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely the grammar Nazi of all my friends. I might have even lost a few friends along the way because I'm so quick to correct people, but my family's gotten used to me, and I don't think I'll ever stop. I have bitten my tongue a few times, but yeah, it definitely is a true story.
That's lovely.
So do you have a lot of siblings, or are you a writing major? I mean, you're a playwright, but is English is that what you studied?
No, I I didn't study English. I'm a dental hygienist, but I do seem to really enjoy hearing good grammar all the time. So I mean, but I do have two brothers and a sister, and I think one of my older sister is also a grammar Nazi. So we tend to correct each other. I don't mind being corrected myself, because if I'm saying something wrong, I definitely want to be corrected. But like I said, I think I've lost a few friends along the way who do not like to be corrected. And the characters' names are actually my grandparents.
Oh.
Believe it or not, Ophelia, Lawrence, and Eva are my grandparents. So I kind of had to get them in there.
It's fine.
I have a question for you, Paula. I found this play to be so funny. Thank you for writing these very, very, very smart, very funny words. Did you find yourself laughing while you were writing this play?
I have to say I did. I always laugh at myself, because if I'm going to laugh at other people, I have to laugh at myself. But yeah, I did, because it's all so, everything I corrected in that play drives me crazy.
My father was a grammar Nazi, and he was one that was, and the one that sticks with me is most unique or very unique. Drives, I can still hear him yelling if you said most or very unique, and the conversation, and yeah. Hi, Paula, nice to see your face. Welcome.
I'm sorry. I just had to push one button and I got back on. But
it's technology.
Yeah,
it's technology.
I thought I was pretty good about it, but I guess not.
So I'd like to turn over to the Good Uncle cast, since we don't have Val in the studio, to talk to you about your reactions to the roles that you played, and if you related to them on a certain level, or know that, I mean, it's a situation. I mean, I think we've come socially a lot further, but there are still pockets of people who are still hiding from family and friends and their relationships and who they are, and wanted just to know how you guys felt, and what your connection was to those characters that you portrayed. Any of you?
Yeah, I think for me it was really, I have lots of friends that struggled, that were openly gay, and who had such a hard time with their family and their even their significant other, who they were hiding from as well, from everybody. So I kind of drew a little bit of inspiration from that, because I saw them go through those struggles and lose significant others because they didn't want to come out to their family or that kind of stuff. So watching a lot of my friends go through that was kind of where I drew a lot of my inspiration, and I still have friends that are still struggling with it. So, and people I work with and love and care about so much. So I kind of threw that intensity and that just wanting John's character to just Eddie to be okay with everything, including the war, including everything. So.
And John, how about you? I don't know if he heard me. Jacob, do you have anything to say about, I mean, being the younger character who is in a much different place than the older?
Sure. I wonder if John's frozen.
I think he may be.
Yeah.
He looks very thoughtful.
Oh gosh. Well, I certainly have experience in my first few years of professional life being the youngest person in the room. That's very familiar territory. I guess I've never been abused by a family member, and certainly not anything of a physical nature, but I have
to be a little bit frozen. I don't know if you can hear me.
What's that?
I think John was going to say something. Oh, okay.
Can you hear me
Great.
at all?
There he is, audio only. I think we're having some connectivity problems.
Okay. Anyway, but I have certainly to a much less and limited extent than Roger, I have experienced abuse, and I know people who've experienced it worse than I have, and so I have
am a little
drawn
bit
from
frozen,
that.
but
I did draw from that
if you can't hear me,
performance.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying
With the
to.
volatility of, somebody just not being able to handle.
Right.
And yeah.
And I've been in love. I think that's a lot of what drives Roger's decisions and motivations throughout it. My wife of going on 3 years is sitting right next to me out of frame here.
And John, are you able to connect? I know you're having some connectivity issues up where you are. It just looks like he's stalling out.
Yeah, I was trying to address your question while also allowing space for John
Right.
to come back in.
Right.
Who's going to do that?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if he'll come back on enough to be able to get in more than one word with a stutter. So does anyone from the audience have any questions for anybody? Any comments about the plays other than great work? A good historical perspective. It is, and I think it's still commentary on what's going on today. Like there are still people who are struggling, right? Especially depending on where you live. We have Michael, who was fortunate to portray Lawrence, who Michael Snide played in Grammatically Speaking, and he applauds you, the cast. So Paula, have you had a fun time just like waiting for this? How many times has Grammatically Speaking been performed?
Only one other time.
Oh, okay.
Michael was Lawrence, and I think Carlene is on also. She's watching, and she was in it, and so only one other time besides this. I was thrilled to see it. Absolutely thrilled to see it on stage. I think any playwright loves to see their work performed.
Be it virtually or on the stage.
Exactly.
I'm really looking forward to another series where we're actually in the house and having to do stage series. Oh, and there's Mary Jo's kitty cat right there. I'd like to thank everyone so much for being a part of the BCT reading series. This was an experiment, like everyone, like what do we want to do? Everything that all the online programming that we've done has been just kind of like, let's throw it up against the wall and see if it sticks, because it's new for everybody. And we've done a bunch of different things online, and this was one of the most fun. Like really, it became easier and easier to do with each one that we did. The first one, it was like, is this going to work? How are we going to do it? And now we have Corey, and everyone's names are all nice, and we have like graphics, and now we have music. Like it just keeps getting bigger and better each time we do the reading. I forgot to mention at the top, I was trying to also, I am the boss and the executive director, by the way, of Bennington Performing Arts Center. And one of the things that we were, that I meant to say at the top of the show is, while I'm plugging what else is coming up, we do have workshops, and we are looking to do more and more workshops and getting more people involved in community theater. And if you're interested, you can go to our website at bpacvt.org. We have a workshop coming up next week, and it is free for kids. K through 12 is what we're gearing, but anybody can play. And it's a puppet making workshop. So you create puppets with Jackie Morrow, with Kira Fitzgerald helping you create a story. Your kids create a story with their puppets, and you'll be building a little puppet theater. So it's kind of like the theatrical experience, all in a workshop during spring break. It's an hour each morning. So if you want any information or want to sign your kids up for that workshop, that's next week, and you can go to the website. And we also have, I'm hoping to have an interview with HK. HK is an artist who's moved here from Brooklyn, and they are putting on a movement or creativity. I always say it the wrong way, and I'm going to take movement for creativity. And it is all about getting in touch with your body as we make our way back into the world after being behind our desks. So that is coming up on the 24th. And I encourage people to sign up for that. It's an online, so we're going to be in our houses trying to connect to our bodies and and it doesn't even, you don't have to be in the theater to take it, but it's to help you reconnect with your body as we move out into the world after this year. Again, thank you to everyone who has continued to support Bennington Community Theater. We always have our hearts open and our pocketbooks open as well. If you want to open up yours and donate a bit, we are always happy to take your money with whatever you want to give us. And that again can go to bpacvt.org. You can donate online. But the most important thing is to keep art happening. And to see all of you on here just makes my heart happy and keeps me really engaged and ready to open up. So, hey, thank you all for joining us. Everyone, stay safe, keep your masks on, get your shots. Got my first one yesterday. And see you, I can actually say it, soon, live and in person. Have a great night,
Thank
everybody.
you all. You were fantastic. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all.